cross-legged. Back straight, both the hands on knees. Take a deep breath in. As we breathe out, we'll let go our face muscles, neck, shoulder, hands, and legs. Spine straight. We'll bring our attention on breathing. We'll begin. So before we begin, we'll just do a small visualization that imagine there's a blanket in front of you, and we put all the things which is going on in our head into that blanket, and then we fold the blanket, make a good knot, and visualize that you're putting that blanket, sliding it all the way to one corner of the room, and you assure yourself that you'll pick those all things after the session. We'll come to the front of the mat, both the feet together, both the palms together, thumb touching the chest, and spine straight. Visualize the sun. Om Hiranmayena Patrena Satyasyapi Hitam Mukham Tattvam Pushan Apavranu Satyadharmaya Drishtaye. Om Mitraya Namaha. And we'll bring both hands up. Look up towards the ceiling and a little back bend. So we'll maintain the stretch in the upper body and we'll let go our back. Hastottanasana. We'll use breathe in and breathe out to focus on the stretch in the upper body and to focus on the relaxation as we breathe out. That is our back. So we went to the Karma Yoga chapter 3. Now we'll talk about the chapter 4, that is Transcendental knowledge, or also termed as just yoga. So this particular chapter talks about the ultimate goal of yoga and its characteristics, and about that particular knowledge, also in English termed as the transcendental knowledge. Om Ravaye Namaha. And keeping your arms beside your ears, we'll slowly bend forward and we'll let go our upper body. Legs are straight, knees are long. So now this particular chapter, you can imagine that it relates to the sun aspect that we talk about, and that's like working directly towards achieving the goal of yoga. This chapter starts with Sri Krishna telling Arjun that this particular knowledge of yoga, Srila Prabhupada calls it science of yoga, has been passed on from the sun god to Manu, and from there, from generations to generations, as a part of a parampara, has been passing on from one to the other. And there have been breaks, and that's when Sri Krishna mentions that to establish this knowledge again, he appears in each of the millennium whenever the adharma rises more than the dharma. Om Suryaya Namaha. And now we'll bring both the hands beside our feet. Right leg goes back, right knees on the floor. Come up on your fingertips, look diagonally. Maximum gap between thigh chest, next back chest. Now, Arjun's an obvious question is that how do I know what you're saying, that this knowledge is passed from the sun god? He says that the sun god seems to be so much senior to you. And that's when Sri Krishna mentions that you do not remember the previous lives, but I remember all of them. And so he's stating that he knows all the future and all the past lives, and when he existed, when Arjun existed, and when the knowledge is being transferred from one generation to the other. And that's how he claims to talk about these generations and the knowledge being passed. And then he mentions that how one, after gaining this particular knowledge of yoga, or also called the transcendental knowledge, is freed from the bondage of the birth and death. And there are numerous people who have achieved it before. Om Bhanave Namaha. And I will bring the other leg back, so our whole body is in one straight line, head, neck, back, and legs all aligned. We'll maintain this. Focus on the core. Let go face muscles. Om Khagaya Namaha. Both the knees on the floor, chest and chin straight towards the ground. Ashtang Namaskar. 8 अंगों से सूर्य भगवान को प्रणाम. Chin, chest, both the palms, knees and toes. Only 8 parts are touching the ground. And then Shri Krishna mentions that this is one of the most difficult to understand, this particular knowledge, and even the three terms he uses, karma, akarma, and vikarma, to even understand what is the action to be done, what is the inaction to be done, and what is the action to be avoided. That is the vikarma. Then he mentions that one of the most important verses here is the one who is who has attained this knowledge. He knows that there is inaction in their actions, and there is action even in their inactions. What that means is Om Pushane Namaha. Now we'll straighten our body. Head up. Look up towards the ceiling. Elbows are bent, supporting your back. Shoulders are down. Legs are relaxed. Bhujangasana, stay here. Normal breathing. Focusing on the tailbone. There is inaction in their action. That means whatever activities that one does, it is very natural to keep an expectation of the fruitive results from the action being performed for a particular reason. But there is an inaction, that is, we take out this expectation of the fruitive results and we do it as a form of offering to the divine. So there is an inaction of the reaction to the results, and hence there is inaction in their actions. Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha. Now middle body goes up, and we'll bring heels towards the ground as close as possible. Head is relaxed, neck is relaxed, face muscles are relaxed. Parvatasana. Now there is other term, action, in there, inaction. That is it is referring to the restraint of the senses. So the action of restraining yourself, and through that restraint you are achieving inaction. So kind of also termed as sacrifices. And then Sri Krishna mentions that it is actually difficult for a person to understand the one who is acting in this transcendental knowledge. Only when you get a glimpse of the same knowledge that you truly understand the action of such a person. Om Mariche Namaha. Both the knees on the floor. Right leg in the front. Come up on your fingertips. Look diagonally up. Maximum gap between thigh chest and expand your chest. Then it also mentions that the one who has centered themselves on me, that is Shri Krishna, devoid of the rag, that is rag, bhai, and krodh, that is attachment to any strong likes and dislikes. That is bhai, that is fear of something. And the third is the krodh, anger. So here he's talking about the vikarma. There are certain things you want to stay away from, or as much as possible as a part of practice, you're not trying to do the action because of these reasons, and you're sthit in the divine while doing the action. Now this and the sacrifices that are done creates the purifies the being, and when one is purified, then the being that we are talking about, the self, that connection to the self becomes very natural because it is already there. It's just that it is wheeled. Om Adityaya Namaha. And I will bring the other leg in the front. Both the feet are together. Straighten your legs. Take a deep breath in. And as we breathe out, we'll pull our abdomen in, grab hold of our toes, ankles, whatever is available. We'll maintain the good stretch. Focus is on the tailbone. Let go face muscles, neck, head. And now, after stating the karma, akarma, and vikarma, then Shri Krishna goes in more detail about the sacrifices that one talks about. And he mentions that the sacrifice, there can be sacrifice of material things. But he mentions that the sacrifice of at the knowledge level is more or superior to the sacrifice of the material. And then he mentions that there are people who do these sacrifices or the actions towards to gain some material benefits, or they can pray to the demigods for achieving certain things, and they can achieve it. Same, there are some who pray to the Brahman, that is for the spiritual purpose, and they also do sacrifices towards that. But out of these, the sacrifice of the knowledge is greater than the one done just at the material level. Om Savitre Namaha. Now keeping your arms beside your ears will slowly come up and stretch up, and back is relaxed. Then Shri Krishna goes ahead in numerous verses. I'm not going to go in detail of each of them, but I'm going to give a little overview that what does he mean by sacrifice of knowledge. Sacrifice of material things is very easy to understand, but here now he says that, say, the sacrifice of hearing, or so in any form of where you are bringing your attention on one thing, because when we are doing a practice, we are also in a way sacrificing that time that we can devote for any other fruitive results. Rather, we are keeping that all aside. And say, for example, if your practice of sadhana is about nada yoga, then you stay still and try to cut down all the other noises, and you're trying to focus on one sound. So you're the sacrifices of the hearing. In the same way, there are numerous sacrifices which can be done in terms of the senses, or you can focus on a particular demigod, or you can do focus on the breathing. Shri Krishna also mentions in one of the verses about breathing, that one can restrain and completely bring their attention, awareness on the breathe in and out, and the holding of the breath, which happens naturally. Om Arkaya Namaha. And then we spread our arms wide. Pranamasti. Om Bhaskaraya Namaha. So, and then there are so many numerous ways in which one can, in here it is termed as sacrifice, or you can also term it as practicing towards the sun aspect, where we focus or choose one particular path, and then we repeatedly, for a certain duration of time that we spend, we completely try to bring our attention on that aspect, whether it is Nada Yoga, whether it is Japa, or Japa is the sound or speech, the sacrifice of the speech, or focusing on one point, visual. So all these terms are part of the different type of sacrifices one is doing for the purpose of achieving the path of yoga. And this chapter talks about all these. And then through these, one can achieve the ultimate goal of yoga, where you can attain the knowledge of the self, and through that you are above all the three pains that one feels, and you can go beyond the three gunas of the this body that we naturally comes up. We can go beyond those all and act from that level of the divine consciousness. So this whole chapter talks about this, and this is like the sun aspect of the practice. We'll begin the left side with breathing. Breathe in, put the hands up. Breathe out, put the hands down. Breathe in, left leg back. Breathe out, right leg back. Hold your breath, hold your plank, go in Ashtanga. Breathe in, Bhujan. Breathe out, mountain. Breathe in, both the knees on the floor, left leg in the front. Breathe out, right leg in the front. Breathe in, both the hands up. Breathe out, Pranamaste. So we are going to do continuous Surya Namaskars up to 20 minutes, or roughly about 7. And then we'll do some of the restorative poses. So while we are doing continuous Surya Namaskars, it's not necessary to do super fast, but if you can, then the faster ones are more beneficial. So we can choose what works best for you today. More important is to keep our attention, awareness on the body, breathing, and keeping a simple joy of practice. The moment you feel that you're distracted, you're thinking something else, bring your attention back to the practice. So we'll begin. Right side. Left side. Right side. Left side. Right side. Left side. Right side. Yes. Right. Yes. Right. Yes. Right. Yes. Yes. Right. Yes. Right. Yes. Right. Yes. Right. Yes. Right. Yes. Left side. Right side. Left side. Left side. Right side. Left side. Right side. Left side. Left side. Right side. Left side. Right side. Left side. Right side. Left side. Right. Yes. 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 Right. Yes. Right. Yes. 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 Right side. Left side. Right side. Left side. Left side. Last 1 minute. Right side. Left side. Right side. Left side. Let the breathing come back to normal. Once the breathing is back to normal, we'll sit down. We'll start with the Pashu Vishranti Asana. We'll sit cross-legged, and then we are going to bring the left leg back. Right leg is completely folded so that your heel is touching the thigh. Both the hands are on your right knee, and your left leg is relaxed. So you can either keep it folded slightly straight or completely straight, wherever you're. You must feel a twist in the upper body as you turn towards the right side. Both the hands go up. Breathe in. Breathe out. We'll bend forward. Go all the way down. Once you're all the way down, we'll let go our head, hands, our whole body.
The forehead doesn't touch the ground. You can bend both the hands and put your forehead on the hands. In the final pose also you can straighten the left leg if you feel that helps you. Otherwise just keep it in the most relaxed position. So take deep breaths here. The goal is to completely relax this. We're not consciously stretching any body part here. And slowly come back. We'll do the same thing the other side. We'll bring the right leg back this way. Left leg is bent. Bring both the hands on the left knee. Your upper body is turned towards the left side. Breathe in, both the hands up. Breathe out. We'll bend forward. Let go your head, hands, the whole upper body. If the head can't rest on the floor, then you can bend your hands, make a fist with your hand. Wherever you can rest your forehead, make sure that you completely let go. Your whole body here, normal breath. Slowly will release. Put the hands together all the way up. Release your legs. We'll come on our force. We'll do the Marjari Asana. So in Marjari Asana, our middle back goes down, head goes up. As we breathe in, breathe out, middle back goes up, head goes down, abdomen pulled in. You can also breathe out with mouth, making a sound of ha. Breathe in out. Breathe out. Down. This is one round. We'll do 10. full awareness on the spine. Now we'll bring both the legs together, knees together. We'll bring toes crossed or together, V shape in the feet, and we'll sit down. Shashankasana, forehead on the ground, hands are relaxed. Very slowly release. We'll do one back bend and then one twist. Over to Shavasana. So we'll sit in Vajrasana. Come up on your knees. Both the knees are shoulder width distance. Both the legs are shoulder width. We'll bring one hand up. Bring it all the way back on your right heel. If you can't do Purna Ushtrasana, then you can do the Ardha Ushtrasana, that is half camel pose. In half camel pose, you bring the other hand straight up, pointing towards the ceiling, and you can look up towards the ceiling. And same thing has to be done the other side. If you know that you can do Purna Ushtrasana, then bring both the hands all the way back on your heels. Push your hips forward with full control while you go in this pose, and when you come back, make sure that you have full control of your neck. And then slowly let go your head back. Very slowly, with full control of your neck. One hand up, then the other hand up. And come all the way down. Sit in Vajrasana. And I will grab hold of our ankles here. Breathe in. As we breathe out, abdomen pulled in, chin to chest. Bend forward. Let your top of the head be on the ground as close to the knees as possible. Straighten your legs. The grip doesn't go of the hands on the ankles. We're trying to bring our hips perpendicular to the ground. It will create pressure in the top of the head and in the throat region. Maintain that. Very slowly. We come back the way we went. Chin to chest is still there. Bring your head all the way up. Release. Chin to chest. Also called Ardha Kurmasana. Now we'll do the last pose. Both the legs are straight. Prarambhik Sthiti. We'll bring right leg over left. We'll do Ardha Matsyendrasana. In this, right has to be done before the left one. So right leg over left, and right foot is just beside or behind the left knee. You can either keep the left leg straight, which is an easier version, or you can bend it so that you're half sitting on the left heel. Once you're here, left hand goes up around your right knee, and elbow goes below the knee so that you can push your knee to the left side. Right hand goes back, wrap around your waistline, or you can keep the palm just behind your back so that we are trying to straighten our back. We are also trying to look back. At the same time, we are also pushing our knee to the left. So there is a twist in the middle body. Look back. The twist in the middle body created by the elbow twisting the knee to the left and our head turning back. Slowly release. We'll release exactly the way we went, will come back. And same thing the other side. So left leg over right. Bend your right leg. Half sit on it. Look up around your left knee. And then left hand back. Arms just behind your back. Create that twist. Look back. Normal breathing. Slowly release. Comes front. Release your hands first and then the legs. So that completes our some of the restorative poses. Will lie on our back. We'll do a quick shavasana. We have already relaxed our body through the restorative poses. So we'll do a quick shavasana. Just rotate our awareness on the whole body and take a couple of deep breaths. I'm going to name different parts of the body. Bring your awareness there. Clench those muscles, move that part, and then let go. We'll start with both the toes together, both the feet toes, both the feet together. Ankles, calf muscles, knee joint, thigh muscles. You can move your legs, bend them, cross them, and then let go. Let go of both the legs. Bring your attention on lower back, middle back, upper back, your whole spine. Make sure that you completely let go. Surrender all the weight of the back on the ground. Even any muscles in the waistline, in the back, upper back are being held, then just let it go. Bring your attention on both shoulders, upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, palms, and fingers. We'll bend our hands, cross them in the front. Stretch above your head or sideways. Any movement, and then let go. Both the hands are beside the body, palms facing up. Bring your attention on neck, chest, stomach, abdomen, upper body, back of your neck, back of your head, top of your head, forehead, eyebrows, eyeballs, nose, cheeks, upper lip, chin, jaw, tongue and teeth, both the ears together, back of your ears, your throat. your whole face. One more time, your whole face. The whole body. We'll take a couple of deep breaths. Slowly we'll move our feet, move our hands, turn to one side and sit. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, Rashmi.